All right, sprint 6 for engine. This week was just collision, so I will show you the collision. I'll show you first with bullet. Right now I have just two things being collided, and then I'll show you single. While I show you this, it'll also kind of show you the game life, or game object life cycle, which is something that you asked for. I finally made a text document of the things that I did this week to show you, so now I'm going to be able to actually remember them and show you them. So I'll just show you this right now. I have it so the bullet spawns with the cottage. Well, they collide, quote unquote. And it'll also show up the game object lifecycle. So as you can see, they're spamming, and then there's no more spamming because they're gone, and then they're back. So that is the basic structure of, that's pretty much what we did this whole week, and then I'll just show you bullet with bullet. There's two bullets on the screen, they'll collide, and then they should strictly be bullet, bullet. There you go. So in this week, we had this. I have the collision. I'll show you what happens, because you just wanted to be sure. If I did not have this, I think, is what you wanted to know. Yes. So if it does not have no, this isn't going to work because I gotta go back to demo scene. It should do what you want to go up to the base class, which should say a sinner. Yep, and you don't want bullets to collide with sinners. So that's what we did this week. Not much. Well, there's a lot to show, but I'll show you that as we go. I'll go on to next. You mentioned, I think, like the last 2 weeks that my attorneys haven't been done. They've actually been done the whole time. I just didn't show you to them because I didn't think they were very exciting. But everything has an attorney. This is just the registration state for the scenes. Every updatable and every exable has their own update, and then all other friend classes have it as well. I just won't show you, obviously, all the attorneys. You wanted to see my game object life cycle. So as you saw, the life cycle does exist. So when the bullet got spawned, it was colliding with the cottage, and then when the bullet went away, the cottage, or it was no longer colliding with it. So it terminated it, and the code is very, very basic, as you would expect. It's essentially what we did all of last quarter, which was have a factory and a manager that handled the basics of it, and then it just kept track of everything and yada, yada, yada. I'll do this in constant time another time. But yeah, it's very basic. Nothing special about it. On to the next thing. You wanted me to change a lot of the scene changes. You wanted to see the scene changes, public and private methods, and I got rid of almost all of them. Now all of these, along with update, draw, initialize, are all private, and they're accessed through the scene attorney, which as you saw a couple minutes or like a second ago. And then I kept all these, and then I don't know when we're going to actually change any of these, so I'm just keeping this public. Scene manager, I changed the way you mentioned I was newing up too many, and I agree. I didn't really know what to do with the stuff I had, so I just made a factory, which is even more basic than the bullet factory, which essentially just stores the scene for, not even for later, just holds on to it. And then whenever we decide to do more things with scenes, I guess can access them. I was thinking in the future, if we do get them back from memory, I will, as I said here, I'll turn this into a map and have the user decide, like set a string or something like that for it, and then they can retrieve it when they want. But for now, it's just a list, and I just store them, and then I set them. I only have two scenes that get newed up at the beginning, which is 2 nulls, and then when I'm done with that, I send them all, put them back to the nulls so they don't do anything. And that's mostly what happens. I guess I'll show you the collision work. There's nothing special about it. It's a lot to show, but almost none of it is special. I don't know, collidable. As you see, sinners. We have the collision group get by ID. We set the collision, submit the collision registration, which is all done through here. And then we have collidable dispatch, which is done as you requested. And then a collidable group test pair, which is as you wanted. The collidables and nothing is being done. They're just processing it. So that was it. I don't think there's anything. Oh, big fours. I'm working on big fours. I haven't done every single one of the classes yet, but every class that I've made since you mentioned it has been made. So as you can see, these are the big fours. I think I did with the Scene Factory too. Yeah. So I'm making the big fours. I haven't modified every single class yet, but as I go and modify classes throughout the creation that I've already created, I'm putting on the big fours. But every class I do make from here on out will have the big four in it. So that is this week. Nice and easy.